You know, for 50 years, the Chinese Communist Party has launched an assault on the American way of life, on our economy, on our jobs, on our companies, on our culture, on our institutions.
Now we've got Chinese Communist Party, who's the fentanyl lord. They are literally co-sponsoring the drug cartels and bringing drugs across our border.
Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and the entire Houston area Republican delegation pledging a comprehensive counteroffensive against Chinese aggression if the GOP manages to regain the House in November. Panel: drug trafficking, military espionage, intellectual property theft, currency manipulation, and supply chain monopolization. Just a sampling of the damage these lawmakers say the Chinese have already inflicted. I'm going to go to you, Holly Hansen. Is this identification of the great foe important, and is it something that the Republicans can rally around?
It's very important. I think a lot of people have forgotten that 2 years ago, the federal government came in and shut down the Chinese consulate here in Houston. And as they did so, members of the consulate were on the top floor burning thousands of documents. You could see smoke coming from the building. Since that time, you know, they indicted a number of people based on the documents they did obtain. But interestingly enough, the Biden administration has dismissed a number of those cases and has shut down the Department of Justice's initiative on China task force and looking for this China espionage that's going on within the United States. It is a big concern. We're seeing the Chinese Communist Party purchasing land here in the state of Texas. They tried to get some land close to the Air Force Base over there at Laughlin, and they continue to operate in the country. We've had you know, the interesting situation with Dianne Feinstein's driver. We had Eric Swalwell, who's on the House Intelligence Committee, having some kind of liaison with a Chinese spy. This is a big concern. These people are a threat. And let's not forget, too, that they mentioned the other day that fentanyl coming across the southern border is largely sourced from the Chinese. We're in a situation now where about 300 people per day are dying from fentanyl overdose, and yet there doesn't seem to be any sense of alarm. That's far more than you know, shootings and things like that. This is a big concern, and the people need to be paying attention to what China is doing to our country.
Yeah, 300 people a day. That's like a 727 crashing every day with no survivors. Bill, you're pretty even-handed. Are the Chinese eating our lunch while America is distracted?
Well, look, there's no question Chinese is the most important rival we have in the entire world. And they are very, like they got a 5,000-year history. I mean, they take a very long view. We tend to look at things in very short term. But I got to say, this deal about the fentanyl really kind of rubs me the wrong way, because we've gone for 50 years with a failed drug policy in this country, where we've taken a medical problem and we tried to solve the problem with criminal justice interdiction. It hasn't worked now for going on 6 decades, and all of a sudden it's all China's fault. Maybe we ought to get our house in order about our drug policy before we start pointing fingers at other people.
Sadia Lid, I see you nodding in agreement. 20 seconds.
Yeah, I agree. I think this issue is a nonpartisan issue. I mean, why are we going to wait for the Republicans to take control of the House or the Senate? This is an issue that should be addressed. And the biggest concern is, as Bill mentioned, is the consumption, the supply side here. I mean, what have we done to minimize that? As long as we have a huge demand consumption here and fentanyl is being produced and manufactured in China, the superpower, there's something that we need to be concerned about every day.